Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Jaya Radha
Hare Krishna. We would like to welcome all the devotees for this weekly association of Srila Guru Maharaj. Every Thursday, we are listening from Srila Gurudev. Today, we will listen from Srila Guru Maharaj on the topic of Janmastami. Devotees can hear it very attentively, and at the end, there will be a quiz. All the devotees are requested to kindly participate in this quiz. Thank you very much.
Hare Krishna. So how are you all doing? Wonderful. Thank you. So today is a very special day, and this very special day appeared here in a very special way in America this time, isn't it? Just we celebrate Christmas Eve, the day before Christmas. So today is the Janmastami Eve. And Janmastami Eve is on Sunday, and Monday is also a holiday. By Krishna's arrangement, Janmastami holiday in America. All over America, everything is closed. Janmastami. Janma means birth, and Ashtami means 8th. Krishna appeared on the 8th day of the lunar calculation of this month, and so it's called Janmashtami, Krishna's appearance day. And tomorrow we'll be celebrating that day, so I'm sure many devotees will speak about various pastimes and significance of Krishna's appearance. So I'll also take the opportunity to discuss something about Krishna's appearance. Who is Krishna? Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. To be more specific, we can say Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Original Supreme Personality of Godhead. Why this specific connotation or emphasis? Because the Supreme Personality of Godhead expands in His incarnations, avatar. And there are innumerable incarnations of the Lord. They are known as avatar, and at the beginning of Srimad Bhagavatam, it has been pointed out that first they described 23 different incarnations, and then it has been pointed out that all these are incarnations. And there are innumerable incarnations verse 23 have been described, but avatara hi asankhayo. Asankhayo means innumerable. There are innumerable incarnations, but Krishna is to Bhagavan Swayam. But Krishna is Swayam Bhagavan, the original Supreme Personality of Godhead. And then Srimad Bhagavatam describes his different expansions or incarnations. Original Supreme Personality of Godhead is the son of Nanda Maharaj and Mother Jashoda, who resides in Vrindavan. There's a very nice... Okay. There's a very special request. Everyone wants you to come closer to me. Please come forward. Actually, quite a few devotees are there, so they want to come in also. I'm very happy to have you also personally. So much room has been made. So those, please come forward. No, I'm sorry, those who are at the back, those who want to come in, please come in. Janmastami? Oh. Okay. Okay, so what to do? You have to build a bigger temple. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
So the original Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, he resides in Vrindavan. Yeah, as I was saying, there is a very popular Hindi bhajan that actually describes this point very beautifully actually. This bhajan, although the name of the person, the composer or the poet has been known or mentioned, but I'm confident that he must be one of the Hindi-speaking disciples of Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati. The bhajan goes like, Krishna jinka naam hai. What is the name of the Supreme Personality of Godhead? Krishna. Gokul jinka dham hai. Gokul, Vrindavan is his abode. ऐसे श्री भगवान को बारंबार प्रणाम है. To that Supreme Personality of Godhead, I offer my obeisances again and again. Now mark this one. What has been established? Krishna's abode is Vrindavan. And Jashoda jinki maiya hai, Nanda ji bapaiya hai. So the father and mother of this Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, is Mother Jashoda and Nanda Maharaj. Jashoda jinki maiya hai, नंद जी पपैया है, ऐसे श्री भगवान को राधा जिनकी जाया है, his eternal consort is श्रीमती राधा. राधा जिनकी जाया है, अद्भुत जिनकी माया है, ऐसे श्री भगवान को then लूट लूट दधी माखन खाए. Although he is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the Supreme Creator, Supreme Maintainer, Supreme Controller, what's he doing? He's stealing butter and yogurt. Loot loot dadhi makhan khaye. और क्या करते हैं? ग्वाल बाल संग धेनु चढ़ाए. He tends the cows with the cowherd boys. ऐसे श्री भगवान को बारंबार. So that's the identity of the Supreme Personality of God. So what does it actually mean? This point has been very elaborately explained by Srila Jiva Goswami, that the original father and mother of Krishna is Nanda Yashoda. And that personality resides in Vrindavan, and Vrindavanam Parityajya Putra Kadapina Gacchati. Leaving Vrindavan, he doesn't go anywhere. So that is the supreme personality of God. His first expansion is Balaram. Then Balaram expands in Chaturbhuha of Dwarka. Vasudev in Dwarka, Krishna is Vasudev, the son of Vasudeva and Devaki. So, he is in Dwarka, he is Vasudev, Krishna becomes Vasudev, Balaram becomes Sankarshan, and Pradyumna and Aniruddha. They are called quadruple expansion or Chaturbhuha. Then this Sankarshan expands various Narayans in Vaikuntha. Narayan also has Chaturbhuha. And that Chaturbhuha's Sankarshan comes Karanadakshay Vishnu. Lord Vishnu, in relation to material nature, the Lord expands as Vishnu. His Vishnu expansions are in relation to material creation. First, his expansion is Mahavishnu, who lies in the causal ocean, and as he breathes, the innumerable bubbles that are generated, they are each universe. And then he expands in each universe as Garbhodakshay Vishnu. Then he expands as Kshirodakshay Vishnu, as the super soul of all living entities. So this is how it has been very clearly mentioned how the Lord expands and how Krishna is the original supreme personality of Godhead who resides in Vrindavan.
उनको आने दे, उसके बाद होगा, उसके पहले कुछ नहीं होगा.
Vedic scriptures are very specific, very scientific, and very precise. Every detail has been most wonderfully established. Therefore, when you approach the Vedas, understanding becomes very, very clear. But the reality is that in order to understand the books, you need a teacher. Just the books are not enough. To reveal the books, to reveal the wisdom, the informations of the book, you need a teacher. And it's very important to come across the right teacher. And we all are very fortunate that we came across a teacher like Srila Prabhupada, who extensively gave his explanations or Bhaktivedanta purports to the Vedic wisdom. And as a result of that, everything became crystal clear. What's the difference between knowledge and ignorance? When you have the informations, you have the knowledge. When you don't have the informations, you are in ignorance. And when you have the knowledge, everything is clear, everything is simple, everything is easy. So we get very profound and precise information about the spiritual reality through the Vedas. That's why you can see it is appealing to the intelligent class of people. One thing is very clear, that who are being attracted to ISKCON? It's only the intelligent class of people who are actually becoming attracted to ISKCON. Because it's appealing to their intellect. It's making sense about everything, about creation, about the universal, the structure of the material nature, planetary system, how everything is being maintained, how the Lord descends in different incarnations to execute different achievements, to fulfill different purposes. Why did he come as Krishna? Why did Krishna come? This Krishna is, as I mentioned, is not an incarnation. Is the original Supreme Personality of Godhead. Although in Bhagavad Gita Krishna mentioned, Sambhavami Juge Juge, I descend in every millennium, every Juga. Not as one incarnation, various incarnations, innumerable incarnations. But Krishna, the original Supreme Personality of Godhead, doesn't come in every Juga. When does he come? How many of you know? Okay, the first hand went up.
Once a day of
Very good. Once in a day of Brahma. What's the length of Brahma's day?
1,000 Yuga cycle.
1,000, not Juga cycle, 1,000 Chatur Juga cycle. Right? 4 Jugas. How many Jugas are there in one cycle? What are the names of those Jugas? How did you get to know that? Prabhupada's books. Did you know that before? Satya Juga, Treta Juga, Dwapar Juga, Kali Juga. All these 4 Jugas together make one Chatur Juga or one Divya Juga. 1,000 such Chatur Jugas make a day of Brahma. And once in a day of Brahma, Krishna, the original Supreme Personality of Godhead, comes. Okay, when is that? See how precise Vedas are. When does it? Krishna comes at a very specific time. When does he come? How many? Okay, we know that 1,000 Chaturjugas are there in the day of Brahma. Now if I ask you in a day of Brahma, how many Manus are there?
14.
Very good, 14 Manus. Okay, so if in a day of Brahma there are 14 Manus, and if the duration of Brahma's day is 1,000 Chaturjuga, what is the length of Manu's reign? 71. Divide 1,000 by 14. How much? Okay, 71. So there are 71 Chaturjugas in a day of Brahma, in a length of a Manu's reign. There are 14 Manus. The Manus are actually, you can say, the leader. Manus are actually the group leaders. There are different groups, the groups of demigods, groups of rishis, groups of apsaras, groups of everything. Like, when you consider in a factory, you have a shift, right? So each shift comes with a foreman. All the shift individuals involved in the shift comes with a foreman. And when the shift is over, this shift goes, another foreman comes with his shift, right? Similarly, the Manus are like the foreman. And there are different demigods like Indra, Chandra, Varun. These roles, they are the controllers of different affairs of the universe. And they are the leaders. So, they are known as demigods or the devas. And so the set of demigods are there, set of rishis are there. So they change. Okay, in the seventh Manvantar, seventh Manu is Vaivashyata Manu. Does it ring bell? Imam Vivashyate Yogam Praktavan Aham Abhayam. Very good. Vivashan Manovi Prahu Manoriksha Puraprapi. Now you see that Krishna is telling, I gave this knowledge to Sun God, Vivashan. Vivashan gave it to whom? Vivashan gave it to his son, Manu. Now because he is Vivashan's son, therefore he is known as Vaivashata. In Sanskrit, the father's identity establishes the son's identity. Vivashan's son is Vaivashata. So, just like Dasharath's son is Dasarathi, right? In this way, the father's identity establishes the son's identity. So, Vaivashata Manu, this is in the 7th Manu's, Vaivashata Manu's reign, in the 28th Chaturjuga, towards the end of the Dwapar Yuga, Krishna, the original Supreme Personality of Godhead, comes. And incidentally, or I'll say, due to inconceivable good fortune, this happens to be the 7th Manvantara. This happens to be the 28th Chaturjuga. This happens to be the time when Dwapar Yuga just ended, Krishna performed his pastimes, and Kali Yuga began, and we are here. So Krishna is so close. Krishna came so close. Krishna doesn't come in every Yuga. Like Krishna comes only once in a blue moon. And this happens to be, that blue moon. Vaivashata Manvantar, 28 Chaturjugas, Dwapar Yuga ended, Kali Yuga began. Krishna performed his pastimes towards the end of Dwapar Yuga. And when Dwapar Yuga ends, when Krishna withdraws his pastime, Dwapar Yuga ends, Kali Yuga begins. And we are in that phase. And Krishna's identity is very difficult to recognize. Because in Vrindavan, Krishna is not the Supreme Personality of Godhead. In Vrindavan, Krishna is a cowherd boy. So in Vaikuntha, it's not difficult to recognize Krishna or Narayana. Because he is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Everybody knows him as the Supreme Personality of Godhead. But in Vrindavan, he is not the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He is a cowherd boy. Now, do you know why Krishna is a cowherd boy in Vrindavan? How many of you know? How many of you want to know? Okay. There are 5 kinds of relationship, or we can say 5 kinds of loving relationship. Neutrality, servitorship, friendship, parental, and conjugal. Neutral relationship, like your neighbor. You know that he is there, you see that he is coming and going, but you don't really have a relationship with him. It's just neutral. Neither positive nor negative. You don't love him nor do you hate him. Right? Neutral. Now, deeper than that relationship that you have with your neighbor is a relationship that you have with your servant. Right? Of course, in America, people can't afford servants unless you're a billionaire. But in India, it's a very common thing. Every house practically has servants. So the relationship with your servant is deeper than the relationship that you have with him. Because with a neighbor, there's no relationship. But with a servant, you have a relationship. He serves you and you reciprocate, you appreciate his service, you take care of him. Then even deeper than this relationship between master and servant is relationship that you have with your friends. Even deeper is a relationship with your parents, deeper than the relationship that you have with your friends. And even deeper is the relationship between husband and wife. Right? So gradually we can see that the relationship becomes deeper and deeper, leading to conjugal relationship. Now, you see, in Vaikuntha, when everyone knows that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, what would be the natural relationship? Servitorship. You are the Supreme Lord and Master, I am your servant. Prabhuji, main hu das tumhara. My Lord, I am your servant. Now, there are other three relationships. Okay, now how do we establish that there must be three other relationships? Because this material nature is a reflection of the spiritual nature. So whatever is there in the reflection must be there in the reality, in the substance. The reflection, whatever is there in the reflection must be in the substance. So in the material nature we are seeing friendship, we are seeing parental, we are seeing conjugal relationship. Therefore, this relationship must be there in the spiritual world. Otherwise, how can that be here? Is that clear? Right? Okay. Now the problem is, friendship takes place between the equals. Right? Friendship is among equals. Now who can become equal to the Supreme Personality of Godhead? Okay. Then in parental relationship, the subject becomes inferior and the the parents become superior. So who can become superior to the Supreme Personality of Godhead? And in conjugal relationship, it's a relationship like between a young boy and young girl in love with each other. How can one develop this kind of relationships? So the point is, these three types of relationships are not possible with the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Now, one may not become equal to the Lord. One may not have a relationship like that of a young boy with young girl with a young boy. That may not be possible for us, but if the Lord wants, then he can become equal. Right? A poor man may not become equal to the rich man's son. A poor man's son may not be equal to a rich man's son. But if the rich man's son wants, he can have friendship with the poor man's son. So a living entity may not be able to become equal to the Lord, but if the Lord wants, he can become equal. He can become subordinate or inferior and so forth. But mind you, we are dealing with devotees. So even though the Lord becomes superior, subordinate, but they cannot treat him like that. Therefore, the Lord makes an arrangement where everyone forgets that he is the Supreme Personality of God. And that is Vrindavan. Where, although they are the most intimate devotees of the Lord, but due to the Jogomaya, potency of the Lord, they have forgotten that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of God. Now again, another point comes in. That is, there are two types of forgetfulness. One type of forgetfulness you always experience. That is forgetfulness out of ignorance. Did you notice there is another kind of forgetfulness? That is forgetfulness out of love. Don't you forget? Out of love, for example, the son became the state president. It is not that the mother doesn't know that he is the state president, but the mother doesn't treat him like a state president. to the mother because of his love. Although he is a very big person, due to the love of the mother, mother treats him like her son. That's his identity. Right? And the mother treats him like her son, not like a state president. He comes home late and mother chastises him. Why did you come so late? Will anyone ever dare to chastise the president of a country like that? No. But the mother can do that due to her love for him. So this is an example how, due to their intense love for Krishna, they have forgotten that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of God. Which means that that relationship, that you are the Supreme Personality of God, it doesn't matter. It's not that they do not know, but to them it doesn't matter. Their attitude is like, you may be the Supreme Personality of God, so what? Their attitude is, whether you are a Supreme Personality of Godhead or not, it doesn't matter. What really matters is that you are an object of my love. So that is Vrindavan. Due to their intense love for Krishna, they have forgotten that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And mind you, how they are treating the friends. See how the friends treat Krishna. Cowherd boys, they're tending cows and they're playing with each other. Sometimes they wrestle, and the wrestling has a condition. The loser has to carry the winner on his back and go for 3 rounds around the arena. So sometimes in the wrestling bout with a friend, Krishna loses. And the friend says, Krishna, now you have to carry me on your back. Krishna says, nothing doing. You didn't defeat me. There was a banana peel, I slipped, and when I slipped, then you jumped on me and you claimed that you defeated me. The friend says, Krishna, come on, after such an endeavor I defeated you, and you were saying that you slipped on a banana peel. Where's the banana peel? And ask everybody, everyone is a witness. They saw how I defeated you. Saying that, the friend climbs onto Krishna's back, forcing him to carry him. Now, which devotee will ever dare to go into the altar, put his foot on Krishna's back, body, and climb onto Krishna's back? But they do that. Mother Jashoda with a stick in hand chasing Krishna. You naughty boy, I'm going to teach you a lesson today. She's tying him up with a rope. So this is the relationship that Krishna has with his friends in Vrindavan. And this is how, in order to relish these 3 specific relationships of friendship, parental, and conjugal relationship, that Krishna in Vrindavan is a cowherd boy. Is that clear? Of course, there are many other reasons. I just gave you some reasons. So, that Krishna is the original Supreme Personality of Godhead. That Krishna actually descends, as I mentioned, once in a day of Brahma. And that is the Dwapar Yuga of the 28th Chatur Yuga of Vaivashata Manvantara. In Garga Samhita, there is a very beautiful description of that. Krishna's descending in this material nature. The whole world was very much afflicted by the demoniac kings, those who were tormenting Mother Earth. Mother Earth is a person, or Mother Earth is just a piece of material elements? She's a person. Otherwise, why do we call her Mother Earth? Right? Can a non-person be a mother? So anyway, these are the Vedic understanding, and she's a person. And she was extremely tormented due to the atrocities of these demoniac rulers. So Mother Earth, assuming the form of a cow, went to Lord Brahma, accompanied by all the demigods, and appealed to Brahma that please do something. I can't tolerate this condition anymore. With tears in her eyes, she was appealing to Lord Brahma. Brahma said, look, to rectify this situation is beyond me. So let's go to Vishnu. So they went to the milk ocean. You remember? Kshirodakshayi Vishnu. Kshir means milk. This Vishnu, who is the super soul of all living entities and who is the source of all incarnations, is Kshirodakshayi Vishnu, the appeal, who lies in the milk ocean. And Brahma appealed to him about the condition of this planet, Earth planet. So according to Garga Samhita, do you remember who is Garga Muni? How many of you remember who is Garga Muni? Garga Muni is the family priest of the Jadus. He was not Nanda Maharaja's family priest. No? Jadu. Vasudev actually sent Garga Muni. He's a family priest. He came to give the name-giving ceremony to Krishna. So, this is a description of Garga Muni. We need to go into details. Jai Shri Gaurnitai ki Jai, Jai Shri Sitaram Lakshman Hanuman ki Jai, Jai Shri Shinath ki Gopal ki Jai. So, he also said it's beyond me. Let's go to Krishna. So he took them through a river and went to the outlet that was caused. The universe was the outer layer of the universe was cracked by Vamandev's extending his feet, by his toenail that created, and that the water that is coming from the causal ocean is Ganga. So following Ganga in a boat, they came to that region and went beyond the universe. Came to the causal ocean and they started to move. They were moving so fast. Then they saw the universe appeared like a small little berry, and then it disappeared. And they saw innumerable such universes floating in the causal ocean. Then they came to the 8 cities, very beautifully decorated. Then they went beyond that. They came to the region of light. The spiritual world is beyond this material nature. Material nature has 8 coverings, which is preventing the light from the spiritual world to come in. Only the sun reflects that Brahma Jyoti. That's why there is some light here. Otherwise, this world is a world of darkness. But beyond that, there is a world of light. That is the spiritual world. They came to the spiritual world, and then they, passing through various spiritual planets. What's the name of those spiritual planets? Vaikuntha. They came to a region that was a 1,000-petaled lotus. And on that lotus, there was 1,000 hooded Anantashesha. And Anantashesha's head, there was this Golok. So they came to the gate of Golok, and the gate was guarded by some beautiful ladies. So they announced that we want to see Krishna. So the leader of those ladies who are guarding, they're actually Krishna's friends. gopis. So she asked, but who are you? So Brahma said, I am Brahma, this is Shiva Vishnu, this is Lord Shiva, and these are the demigods. She said, fine, but from which universe? Brahma became a little bewildered. Which universe? I used to think that there is only one universe. And then Vishnu pointed out that we are coming from the universe where the Lord appeared as the son of Krishna, Garbha, and where he pierced the covering of the universe by his stone, and Vaman Dev pierced her. So she said, okay. So she went, and after some time she came back. Then they went inside, and they found that region is filled with cows, beautiful white cows, beautifully decorated with most wonderful ornaments. And there were beautiful girls everywhere, and they were engaged in various activities, and there are some wonderful young boys. They're taking care of the cows. And this way they went by gate after gate, and then they saw Krishna sitting with Srimati Radharani. And then they saw Narayan, 400 Narayan, came and merged into Krishna's body. Then 1,000-handed Shahasra Shish, the 1,000-armed Vishnu came, merged in his body. Lord Ramchandra came, merged in his body. Nrsingadev came, merged in his body. In this way, various incarnations of the Lord were coming and merging in the body of Krishna. From that they could understand that this Krishna is the source of all incarnations. And then they appealed to Krishna that this is the condition of the earth. Vishnu actually explained that only you can rectify the situation. Although he is saying that only you can rectify the situation, but the reality is, this is the time for you to come to the earth planet. So then Krishna said, okay, fine, I'll come. So when Krishna said, okay, I'll come, Radharani, due to her fear of being separated from Krishna, she just fainted. Then Krishna consoled her. Don't worry, you'll also come with me. Radharani said, no, I don't want to go to a place where there is no Vrindavan, where there is no Govardhan, where there is no Jamuna. Krishna, okay, I will take Vrindavan, I'll take Jamuna, I'll take Govardhan. So Krishna took a part of Vrindavan, sent it down to the earth planet. The length of that was 47 kroshas. Then Jamuna went, Jamuna came, Govardhan came. So this is how Krishna, the original Supreme Personality of Godhead, descended in this planet. And we are so fortunate that we are so close to that Krishna, the original Supreme Personality of Godhead. But Krishna had a problem there. Krishna considered that, well, I manifested my pastimes, but how will anyone ever understand the specialty of this pastime? Therefore, Krishna decided to come as a devotee to explain to us, to make us understand who is this Krishna and what is the significance of his pastimes in Vrindavan. Who is that? Sri Krishna Chaitanya. And then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu revealed the identity of Krishna, and he inundated the whole of India with that understanding. But then he predicted that this Krishna consciousness movement would spread all over the world in every town and village. And in order to fulfill that prediction, who did he send? Srila Prabhupada. So Srila Prabhupada's appearance is not just a chance happening. Srila Prabhupada's appearance in this world is Krishna's divine arrangement. And we are seeing that. And Srila Prabhupada, in such an amazing way, established Krishna consciousness all over the world within a short span of 10 years' time. Can you imagine a 70-year-old man without any money comes to America and starts this movement, and in 10 years' time he spreads it all over the world? But the prediction is every town and village. And in order to fulfill that prediction, Srila Prabhupada made the arrangement. What is Prabhupada's arrangement? To continue this mission, to fulfill the prediction of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Anyone thought of it? That arrangement is the International Society for Krishna Consciousness. Therefore, we are seeing that in spite of Srila Prabhupada's disappearance from this planet, Krishna consciousness movement is spreading. Why is it spreading? Because of this wonderful arrangement that Srila Prabhupada made through his ISKCON. Therefore, we all members of ISKCON have a very solemn responsibility to become engaged in this wonderful arrangement and protect this movement so that it doesn't integrate, it doesn't disintegrate. We should be very careful. And what can disintegrate it? Our internal conflict can disintegrate. The only thing that can destroy this movement is our internal conflict. Therefore, we should be very careful to avoid any possibility of any internal conflict among ourselves. Let's all recognize that we have a very important mission to accomplish. Just as drops of water fill up the ocean, our little endeavors will achieve an inconceivable task of spreading Krishna consciousness all over the world. Whatever is your ability, doesn't matter how little, how insignificant it may be, just render, contribute to this movement. And what should be our contribution? Whoever we see, we should tell them about Krishna. That's the only thing that we have to do. And we should become engaged in Sankirtan, congregational chanting of the holy name. Prabhupada mentioned whether we understand what is the benefit, what is the effect, whether others understand what is the benefit of chanting Hare Krishna congregationally, but its effect will be there. Whether we understand or not doesn't matter. Whether we recognize or not doesn't matter. Just do it and see what an amazing thing will be achieved. So my earnest request to all of you, please become engaged in this very, very important responsibility, very important task that the Supreme Personality of Godhead has assigned to us. And you will see the result. It is spreading. Krishna consciousness is spreading so wonderfully all over the world, in spite of our defects and frailties. It's spreading, it's expanding. So with full conviction, please become engaged in this very important mission. In simple words, I can say that the world situation is becoming very, very precarious. With the passing of time, the world situation is not getting better, it's getting worse. The only solution to this problem is this Krishna consciousness movement. So please recognize that fact and continue to assist, serve, and expand this movement. Thank you all very much. All glories to you. Does anybody have any question? Yes?
When the demigods or
Do we have a cordless microphone? Or okay, I can hear you.
when the demigods need help, why do they go to Brahma first instead of Vishnu?
Very good. Because Brahma is the head of this universe. In this universe, who is the most important person? Huh? No, Krishna is beyond. He is the supreme boss. But in this universe,
Brahma.
right. So that's why they went to Brahma. Hmm.
Why did Mother Earth take the form of a cow and
Huh?
go to Brahma?
What?
Why did Mother Earth take the form of a cow and go to Brahma?
Because the Mother Earth assumes the form of the cow. That is her form, apart from her. And Dharma is personified in the form of a bull, and Mother Earth in the form of a cow. Therefore, the cows should be protected. If you protect the cows, then Mother Earth will be protected. Yes, Shampoo.
You mentioned about why Krishna is a cowherd boy, and you kind of related that to the three relationships, loving relationship. Can you maybe just explain how those three relationships in the cowherd boy?
How are those? Okay, like Krishna has his friends. They are in Sakharas, friendship. Krishna has mother and father and the superiors, cowherd people. They are in the relationship of parental loving relationship. And with the gopis, Krishna has conjugal loving relationship. So these are the three relationships of friendship, parental, and conjugal. That was your question.
No, I was trying to say why he was a cowherd boy to fulfill those three relationships.
Why is a cowherd boy? Good, very good question. Because the cows have a very special characteristic. The cows practically take nothing and give the most precious thing, milk. The cow benefits us in the most amazing way. And that's why it has been considered that all the demigods are present in the body of a cow. It's not that the demigods are present in the body of the cow, that's why cow is important. Rather the other way around. The cows are so special that the demigods took shelter of the body of the cow. And that's a very important point actually. You know, that's why the topmost region of the spiritual world is the world of cows. Golok. And the occupation of that, the people of that region is Gopal, the cowherd people, who take care of the cows. And the Supreme Personality of Godhead there is Gopal, Govinda. So that is how important the cows are to the Supreme Personality. Right? And here, the thing that we have to remember, that the law, you see, in the material nature, the Lord gave various forms to different living entities. Now, to the human beings, He gave His own form, 2-armed form. To the demigods, He gave the replication of the Narayan form, 4-armed form. So that's why human life is so important. And our relationship with cow are so important. Because Krishna sent human beings, and along with that, Krishna sent the cows, the Suravis daughters. Therefore, our prosperity, real prosperity, actually lies in protection of cows. That's why go Brahmana hita nature. Hare Krishna, yes.
Hare Krishna Maharaj. So you said Nanda Maharaj and Yashoda Maya is Krishna's mother and father, but they are in Vrindavan Dham right here on the earth. What about the original rule of Vrindavan Dham? Are they still there?
Yeah. Actually, this Vrindavan here is a replication or reflection or extension of Golok Vrindavan. Whatever is there is here, especially when he comes.
So if he is the original, he is the originator, he is the one who created everything, then how come Yashoda Maya and Nanda Maharaj are like, they are there? Like if he is the first person, how
Yeah.
could be the mother and father? I think they are the one, they were created by Krishna.
Yeah, good point. And the answer you can get only, or answer I can give only when I go back there. That is why the spiritual nature is inconceivable. Inconceivable. Beyond our conception. How it is possible. Unless we go there, we won't be able to figure it. Like, not only Krishna is eternal, even living entities, all of us are eternal. We had been there since, and without any beginning. Eternal means no beginning, no end. So how is it possible? Yes, gentlemen.
Maharaj, why is neutrality considered a loving relationship if there's, in your example of the neighbors, kind of know each other, but there's no feelings there?
Why?
Yeah.
This is, you see, these relationships are, one's natural propensity, you can say. Those, say for example, the sages, right? They're meditating on the Supreme Personality of Godhead. They know Him, who He is, but there's no loving exchange. There's no service. They're just meditating. You see the difference? Service makes the love become more intense. In servitorship, the service is there, but there is some awe and reverence in that. Oh, you're my Lord and Master, therefore I have to serve you. But in friendship, that feeling is not there. That awe and reverence is not there. You're my friend. It doesn't matter whether you're Supreme Personality of Godhead or the controller of the entire creation or so forth. You're my friend. And it becomes even more intense with the parents. If I don't feed you, you'll die of starvation. If I don't chastise you, you'll become naughty. So it's due to the intensity of the love, the attitude is changing. And whatever is once mellow, he considers that's the highest. A person in neutrality is thinking this is the highest. In servitorships, is feeling the same way and so forth.
So is there love in neutrality, but it's passive?
It's the love is, you see, in simple words we can say, the love is not manifest. Love is not manifest. Like neutral. Neutral means neither here nor there. Not love, not hatred. Yes.
You said to tell people a lot about Krishna, everyone you see. So my friend from my school, she asks me a lot of questions like, how was God made, and this, and those questions aren't
How is what was
God
the question?
made, what does He
How is God made?
And she asked me all these questions that, like you said, aren't answerable for our minds. But how could I tell her that, like, this is not answerable for us? Like, I've showed her Bhagavad Gita and I've told her what I know, but how can I tell her that it's not answerable for us?
Not into?
Not answerable for us, because they're questions that, with our mind, that are so small, so...
Yeah. Okay, I hope I got your question right. What's your name?
Mayuri?
Mayuri, okay. Mayuri here had a very nice question. Her friend asked that how God created everything, how do you know, right? And your answer was?
My answer was that, no, that wasn't exactly her question. Her question was, how is God made? I said,
How is God made?
I said God was never made. He was
okay.
always there, but she's asking, no, that's not possible.
Okay. Yes, in the material nature, everything has to be made. But in the spiritual nature, everything is already there. Right? There, his mother is there, his father is there. And nobody had to make it. That is the spiritual world, you see. Like, from here we won't be able to understand, because here everything has to be made. Has to be made. Because everything has a beginning. And at the end, everything will get finished.
How do I explain that to her?
How do you tell her that you got these informations from a very special book. And these informations have been given to you by a wonderful teacher. Right? So you tell her that, look, if you want to know, then read those books under the guidance of that teacher. Right? Because unless you have the informations from a book, how can you know? And unless you have a teacher to reveal that book, how can you know? Right?
I've showed her like Bhagavad Gita, but I don't think she reads it. She has one.
So let her grow up a little more.
We have big conversations and I keep telling her, but she's a
Very good. You have a big conversation with a small person. So I'm sure now that she came in touch with you, she'll positively get to know everything. Thank you very much.
Sound is not coming.
Am I audible now?
Yes, perfect.
Okay, sorry. So I was saying, Dandat Maharaj. We have shared the link of the quiz in the chat box. Devotees can go ahead and participate in it. I'll just share my screen and show today's code. I would like to request Maharaj if Maharaj can read today's code. Share it.
Hello, Prabhu. अपने आदेश क्या में
I would like to request Maharaj if it is possible for you to read today's quote. Okay, since Maharaj is not available, we'll read today's quote. Srimad Bhagavatam, 8th Canto, 2nd chapter, text number 32, delivered at Kolkata, 26th August 2016. For a devotee, death comes, not in a frightening way, but with folded hands in total submission. A devotee steps on the head of death to climb into the chariot to the spiritual sky. That is the benefit of taking shelter of Krishna. Srimad Bhakti Charu Swami Guru Maharaj ki jai. I would like to request to devotees that please kindly go ahead and solve the quiz. Shortly, we are going to show the results. Murari Hariprabhu have already shared the screen. So we have 32 participant attempts till now. On the first position is Ishwari Radhika Mataji with 90% accuracy. Second position, we have Sham Sundari Mataji, 90% accuracy. Third position, we have Arpita Paul Mataji with 80% accuracy. At fourth position, we have YPD Prabhu, followed by Mukunda Priya Prabhu, then Jayanti Mataji, Shipra Mataji, Nilambari Mataji, Sharmila Radhika Mataji, Radhikeshwar Mataji, Vinay Chaitanya Prabhu, Devashish Krishna Prabhu, Anand Chaitanya Prabhu, Yambika Mataji from Mauritius, Rangini Mataji, Shubhrata Mataji, Arun Krishna, Arup Krishna Prabhu, Hindu Vadani Radhika Mataji, Sucharu Sakhi Mataji. We can once again refresh the page. Still at the first position, we have Ishwari Radhika Mataji. Second position, Shyam Sundari Mataji. Third position, Arpita Paul Mataji. Followed by Hindu Vadani Radha Mataji, then SN, YPD, then Mukunda Priya Prabhu, Jayati Mataji, Shipra Mataji, Anand Chaitanya Prabhu, Reena Mataji, Nilambari Mataji, Radhikeshwar Dasi Mataji, Vinay Chaitanya Prabhu, Devashish Krishna Prabhu, Moni Mataji, Yambika Mataji, Shuman Gaurangi Mataji, Rangini Mataji, Shubhrata Prabhu, Arup Krishna Prabhu. So we have in total 35 participants till now. So devotees can go ahead and solve the quiz. This link will be available at BCS WhatsApp group. Thank you all very much for joining, coming together and taking the divine association of Srimad Bhakti Charu Swami Maharaj. Srimad Bhakti Charu Swami Guru Maharaj ki jai, Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Gaur Premanande, Hari Hari.